Spring fever off and running across the Bluegrass State. We're welcoming 70s to the forecast. Straight ahead.
An apology today from the man at the center of the Center Point development. Now at 4, why Dudley Webb says he's sorry and what's next for the project in the heart of downtown Lexington. A budget battle is brewing in Frankfort. Now at 4, how Governor Matt Bevin is calling out some state lawmakers on social media.
This is WKYT News at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Jennifer Palumbo. This weather may have you feeling spring fever. Here's a live look at downtown Lexington, where it's in the mid-60s right now. Temperatures we normally have in late April. That could also bring the threat of storms. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has a first look at the forecast. And Chris, it's a nice afternoon.
It really is. You walk outside all of a sudden and you think, yes, it is springtime here in the Bluegrass State. Now it's coming with a little bit of cloud cover out there today. You typically will get some clouds on the leading edge of some very mild air, and that mild air surges in over the next few days. Live look at Hamburg Pavilion. Overcast conditions out there, but we throw the temperatures into the mix, and we are into the low and mid 60s across most of central and eastern Kentucky. 63 degrees right now in Lexington. Winds are now from the south at 11 miles an hour, and that is going to continue to boost those temperatures up as we go through the next several days. So right now, many of us across central and eastern Kentucky, 60 to 65. Upper 60s, closing in on 70. Monticello, Bowling Green, Louisville, and Owensboro. And that's a sign of things to come as that mild air shoots in from the southwest heading into tonight. Defender radar network, a little bit in the precipitation in the clouds, but that's not reaching the ground. A lot of overcast conditions across the region now. Big plume of juice is going to bypass us initially across the Mississippi River counties and points to the west. So for us, if you're out this evening, fair skies, temperatures only around 50 by the time we head toward 11 o'clock. When I come back in 15 minutes, hour by hour forecast, Jennifer has 70s coming into town for Tuesday and Wednesday. That's in a few.
Sounds good. Thanks, Chris. For the first time since work resumed last week, the owner of the Center Point site is talking publicly about the project's future. This is a live look at the project site downtown from one of our sky cams. Developer Dudley Webb apologized today and said his company is moving full steam ahead with construction. Sean Moody is live at the site with details in our top story at 4. Sean?
Hey there, Jennifer. Dudley Webb said he apologized that things have taken so long. He is not taking responsibility for all the things, says it's a lot of things that have gone wrong, but said he wants to apologize to everyone that's taken this long. He said this morning that he expects the whole project could be completed within 2 years, 8 to 10 months for the garage, and then another year for the towers. Webb said the project suffered from bad timing. He said when one piece of the plan would be ready to go, another would fall through. He said back in 2014 he was ready to move forward with construction when he says the city declined to issue bonds he'd been expecting. He said he stayed silent while another developer came in to work with the city on the project. That developer has since left the project. Now Webb says his company is ready to push forward.
The good news is the 2 Marriott hotels have been committed from day one. They're still there. Jeff Ruby's still there. The office building, we're back up to probably 40 to 50% pre-leased as opposed to 90 where we were when we lost the big tenants. And that we're ready to go.
Now, Webb also said that he wanted to apologize for people who he said were uninformed and had gotten involved and confused the issue. He says he hopes that the public can put the project's past behind them and look to the future. Live in Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Webb also said the project will bring 1,200 jobs to downtown Lexington. Today, Governor Matt Bevin released a video on social media criticizing state lawmakers in the House for not taking action on his proposed budget. In it, Bevin says with 19 days left in the legislative session, there is still no budget from the House.
I'm sure they're hard at work, though, in the chamber. Let's go take a look and see what they're up to. Okay, we should probably be quiet because we don't want to interrupt the hard work that's happening. What do you know? Nothing.
Governor Bevin said he refuses to pass a budget that continues to borrow money from Kentucky's children and grandchildren. We'll have more from him and reaction from Democratic Speaker of the House Greg Stumbo on WKYT News at 5. Surveillance video has been released from a shooting incident this weekend at a Frankfort gas station. The Franklin County Sheriff says 2 men were fighting inside the BP station off 127 North when the clerk stepped in and one of the men ran to a car. Someone then fired several shots at that car. Investigators say they believe the fight may be related to a drug bust last week. The Cats are climbing in the latest polls. Kentucky is up to 16 in both the AP Top 25 and coaches polls. And the SEC honored 2 players for their performances last week. Jamal Murray is the SEC Player of the Week, and Skal Labissiere is the SEC Co-Freshman of the Week. The Cats' next game is Friday night at 7 against the winner of Ole Miss, Alabama in the SEC tournament in Nashville. Our reporters are working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Amber Philpott is in the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Amber.
Good afternoon to you, Jennifer. The Scott County School Board will meet tonight to name a new superintendent. The new superintendent will replace Patricia Putty, who will retire in June. The search has been ongoing for more than a year. The board hopes to have the new superintendent in place by the start of the new school year. We'll have a preview for you coming up on WKYT News at 5. The warmer weather provided a perfect opportunity for students to get in a fun activity. Safety City is a way for students to learn the rules of the road. It's getting a fleet upgrade thanks to a $50,000 grant from Toyota. Second grade students hit the road in child-size electric cars on a mini city track, complete with traffic signals, a police station, restaurant, and fire station.
These days, they're walking to school. They have to stop and look at red lights and cross the road and train tracks and things like that. So this isn't just about driving. This is about vehicle and pedestrian safety.
The grant from Toyota provided new cars to replace an aging fleet that dates back to Safety City's inception in 1990. That is a look at just some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thanks, Amber. Now to stories making headlines across the nation at 4. Nancy Reagan will be laid to rest next to her husband, former President Ronald Reagan, this Friday during a private funeral. Americans continue to mourn the passing of the former First Lady, who died of congestive heart failure at her California home yesterday at the age of 94. Chris Martinez is in Simi Valley at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library with more details.
Flowers and cards pay tribute to Nancy Reagan outside the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library and Museum.
The First Lady of the United States, Nancy Davis Reagan.
The former First Lady will lie in repose for public visitations 2 days before her funeral on Friday.
Nancy will be buried here at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library next to her husband of 52 years.
Dignitaries from across the country are expected to attend.
We are estimating 1,000 people will be here for the ceremony. That is what we are planning for. It will be outdoors, rain or shine.
Nancy Reagan was known as President Reagan's fiercest protector and trusted political advisor. Her best-known project as First Lady was her campaign against drug abuse.
Just say no.
Following the president's Alzheimer's diagnosis in 1994, she controversially advocated for stem cell research. Former Secretary of State General Colin Powell served in the Reagan administration. He recalls the president depending on his wife so much that he would find it difficult whenever Nancy would take a trip.
We knew after about 24 to 48 hours, he started to become fretful. He started to become distracted. And on the third day, we would have a little meeting. Somebody call up there and tell us she's got to come home.
He was lucky to have it, and I'm sure he'd be the first to acknowledge that. So she will be missed.
The White House lowered its flags to half-staff Monday morning in Nancy Reagan's memory. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Simi Valley, California.
The funeral is closed to the public but will be televised. The public can pay their respects to the former First Lady as she lies in repose at the Reagan Library this Wednesday and Thursday. The cost of filling up your car is going up. Find out how high gas prices are expected to climb in WKYT Money Watch. And the popular dating app Tinder is giving users a new option. Find out who else can pick out dates next on WKYT News at 4.
Turn back the clock around the clock with Merle Norman's anti-aging complex system. 94% saw an improvement in the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. 91% agree skin felt firmer around the eyes. 91% felt an improvement in skin smoothness. Ask about our latest anti-aging complex dry oil serum. Merle Norman. Your gift with the purchase of 2 or more Merle Norman cosmetic products.
Hi, checking out the RAV4?
Yep, looking for something fun.
Well, with available Sport Tune suspension, you can turn any trip into an awesome adventure.
Yeah! Yeah! Aaron!
fans. Aren't they the best?
Now, during Toyota's One for Everyone sales event, get 0.9% financing for 60 months on the adventurous 2016 RAV4. Or lease one now for just $199 a month.
Have fun running those errands.
Toyota, let's go places.
Come to the Flooring Gallery and let's find the perfect floor together. The Flooring Gallery, your home's best friend.
Everybody in the pool. A new swimming pool in your backyard this summer means double the fun for your family. What better way to keep the kids entertained? Think you can't afford it? Then think again. The big 15 by 24 Econoline pool from Blue World Pools is only $3.99. Yes, $3.99, and that super low price includes pump, filter, liner, ladder, and a free automatic pool vacuum. That's right, all that fun, only $3.99. But that's not all. That price even includes installation on your ready site. What a deal! You may choose to step up to the next level with our midline pool or really turn your backyard into a summer party paradise with the classic pool from Blue World Pools. Our top-of-the-line classic is famous for its low maintenance and high-style beauty. Nothing brings the family together like a backyard pool. Those summer barbecues, the parties, or just hanging out and cooling off on yet another sweltering summer day. Beat that heat. Call Blue World Pools now and get your party started.
Make time this spring to escape to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where the only thing you'll want to do is have fun in the sun. Let the sound of the ocean's tide take all your cares away and leave you refreshed to experience something new. It's your moment to let go and unwind on Myrtle Beach Time.
Let go and unwind on Myrtle Beach Time.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Gas prices are inching up. That begins today's WKYT Money Watch. Prices jumped about 25% in the past month as oil prices rebound and refineries do their seasonal maintenance. AAA says the national average is now $1.81 a gallon, and drivers should expect prices to climb another 30 to 50 cents a gallon by Memorial Day. Amazon has changed course and says it will restore encryption on Fire tablets with a software update this spring. The tech giant first announced it would no longer support data encryption last week, saying customers weren't using the service. But the next day, Amazon changed course after customers complained. The change comes as Apple squares off against the FBI over access to an encrypted iPhone. Tinder has a new feature that lets your friends pick your next date. If you come across a profile on your Tinder that you think your friend would like, you can now share it with Tinder's new Share button. The world's largest aircraft is getting ready for liftoff. The Airlander 10 was originally developed for the U.S. Army back in 2010, but that project was abandoned. The hybrid air vehicle is now available for commercial use. The Airlander 10 can carry up to 10 tons, transport 48 passengers, and fly continuously for 5 days. It doesn't need a runway and can even land on water.
The love of dance, exercise, movement, and lots of fun. I'm Deanne Stevens out and about at the Salsa Center today.
I'll tell you what, the weather forecast has a lot of folks doing a little dance right now. We've got a spring fling in progress, and the thermometers continue to rise. We'll show you how far they go in a moment.
Human trafficking.
I was property.
A serious subject being brought to the classroom.
There was things that weren't being discussed in public schools, and our kids were paying a price.
How a local group is teaching the dangers of this high-risk life. Tonight at 6 on WKYT. When big news breaks, be the first to know. Download the WKYT News app and turn on push alerts. Breaking news at your fingertips when you need to know what's going on. Push alerts, now available on the WKYT News app.
I always wanted to be the lawyer who represented the little guy, the underdog, the powerless, the voiceless, and to have a chance to even the playing field. What we all want in life is two things. We want purpose and peace. The great thing about the work I've done is I've woke up every day with a purpose. And because of the work I've done, I think I've had peace.
I'm Alex Trebek. If you're age 50 to 85, I have an important message about security. Write down the number on your screen so you can call when I finish. The lock I want to talk to you about isn't the one on your door. This is a lock for your life insurance, a rate lock that guarantees your rate can never go up at any time for any reason. But be careful. Many policies you see do not have one. But you can get a lifetime rate lock through the Colonial Penn program. Call this number to learn more. This plan was designed with a rate lock for people on a fixed income who want affordable life insurance that's simple to get. Coverage options for just $9.95 a month, less than 35 cents a day. Act now, and your rate will be locked in for life. It will never increase. Guaranteed. This is lifelong coverage that can never be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Guaranteed. And your acceptance is guaranteed, with no health questions. You cannot be turned down because of your health. Call for your information kit and read about this rate lock for yourself. You'll also get a free gift with great information. Both are free, with no obligation. Don't miss out. Call for information, then decide. Read about the 30-day 100% money-back guarantee. Don't wait. Call this number now.
Call 1-800-440-4200 for your free information and a free gift. There's no obligation. That's 1-800-440-4200. Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. That number again is 1-800-440-4200. 1-800-440-4200. Call now.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on Wild 1039. Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Well, thermometers out there today on the increase, and that's a sign of things to come over the next few days. Comparing today's temperatures to where we were at this same point on Sunday, get a lot of orange and red on the map. If you're a fan of warmer weather, you know red's a good thing when you look at a 24-hour temperature change map. We're 10 degrees warmer right now in Lexington than at this same point yesterday. 63 degrees Lexington and into Richmond. Hello, London, Somerset, 64 degrees. Monticello, that thermometer shooting up to 69 degrees. One thing I've learned about that thermometer, it's on steroids. It likes to run a little warm compared to everybody else. Most areas low and mid-60s across the region today. Defender radar network picking up on sprinkles in the clouds. A lot of that not getting down to where we live. Hour by hour forecast. Look at this for tomorrow. How about 70 to 75 beautiful degrees? We'll start you out with upper 40s. And again, ending the day with a mix of sun and some clouds, gusty winds, 70 to 75 across the entire area. I think we can handle that. Spring fever alert. Low pressure across the Lone Star State of Texas. High pressure anchored across the southeastern seaboard. We are smack dab in the middle of those two, and that means a flow that is a warm one coming out of the deep tropics. That's also a flow that has a lot of shower and thunderstorm action that is initially through Wednesday aimed more toward the Mississippi Valley. Now later in the week we will see that pivoting toward the east, giving us a much better chance for showers and thunderstorms. Short term though, it's all about the mild temperatures. Out and about this evening, still at 11 o'clock, 50 to 55, some upper 50s showing up. Hard pressed to get into the upper 40s for a low tonight. I expect the valleys to be down close to 45 to 50. Middle of the day tomorrow, Tuesday, 66, 60, that's noon. 67, can we hit 70? Yeah, we can. 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Low and mid 70s across most areas. Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning, looking even milder, with mid to upper 50s to start out the day. Into the afternoon on Wednesday, look at those numbers. 75 degrees, 77 showing up across the mountains of eastern Kentucky. And it will be a windy period as well. Those winds, as we go through the day tomorrow, may crank close to 20 to 25 miles an hour, especially early in the day. But you know what? That is a warm wind that is blowing, so who cares? if it is windy out there. It's going to bring spring into the Bluegrass State. Now, once we get into, especially Thursday, into the coming weekend, at least a daily threat for a shower or thunderstorm. Best chance for storms, unfortunately, maybe into Saturday and Sunday. Right now, let's check on traffic and see how things are moving with Officer Don.
Well, first, we get a live look at Lexington traffic flow and slowdowns on Richmond Road already approaching the circle, especially in that turn lane of the circle. Tates Creek, not so bad. Outbound Nicholasville Road, South Lime's heavy up to about Southland Drive, so we're still doing okay there. No wrecks in the way at the moment, and our drive times are holding their own. To Nicholasville, see, that's about normal. To Paris, North Broadway looks good, so does Paris Pike. Police are running radar on Paris Pike this afternoon, by the way. But 75 across the Clays Ferry Bridge into Madison County looks fine. Now back to you in the studio.
Nice of Officer Don to let us know about who's running radar on Paris Pike.
Exactly.
He's got some connections.
Always good to have a heads up.
That's right. Well, the Lexington Dance Studio is teaching salsa, dancing, music, and culture.
Deanne Stevens out and about today, and she's on the dance floor, joining us from the Salsa Center with more. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are here at the Salsa Center where we're getting a little slow start this afternoon. They said things pick up a little bit later in the evening. Rena is with us, and salsa, it is hot, my dear, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We've been here for about 5 years, going on our 5th year, and it's been growing in Lexington.
Yeah, talk a bit about that. What is it that's making it grow and become so hugely popular right now?
I think there's a lot of media about Cuba right now, and also dancing's just a lot of fun. It's something for adults to do in their extracurricular time.
And I think people are figuring out, instead of hanging out at the bar on Friday night, they can come do the Latin disco or the salsa here at the Salsa Center.
Exactly. Every other Friday we have parties, and we start with a lesson, and then we dance for a few hours. So it's definitely something fun to do on the weekend.
Okay, what are we watching them do here? Because this looks like it's a little bit of a group salsa.
Yes, this is called Rueda de Casino, and basically one of them is calling a pattern in Spanish, and they are reacting by doing the pattern, a salsa pattern, together in sync, and then they change partners. It's very similar to what you may know of contra dance, but in salsa.
Great exercise and great fun. How long does it take before you get good at doing this? I mean, they're not missing a step here.
Well, it takes about, I would say, 3 to 6 months before you're completely comfortable dancing with the group. But we have beginners classes with people with no experience, no partner, so anyone can try it.
Never too late in life to start the dancing, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, the Salsa Center, they're located on Allendale Drive, right off of Harrodsburg Road, coming up at 4:50. I'm going to try to get my feet moving and my body dancing like these folks here. Trying out the salsa when we return at 4:50. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
Looks like fun. Thank you, Deanne. Thousands of pounds of chicken nuggets are being recalled. We'll tell you why in Better Living. And lots of new appliances and gadgets on display at the International Homewares Show. We'll show you the latest trends. Tomorrow night's Mega Millions jackpot is $157 million, and Wednesday night's Powerball jackpot is $50 million.
We share the road with over 5 million commercial vehicles, like tractor trailers and delivery vehicles. But quite often, the businesses and corporations that employ these drivers choose profit over safety or reason, putting us all at risk. If you or your loved one has been injured or disabled due to a wreck with a commercial vehicle, you may be unable to work and the medical bills might be piling up. Spencer Law Group will help you understand your rights. Call today for a free consultation.
I was scared to go back to the dentist because I hadn't been in for a while. But they cut me some slack when they saw all this plaque, and they didn't make fun of my smile. I don't have insurance, but they didn't mind, which I thought was a setup for robbing me blind. But I financed my teeth, this toothpaste was free, and the numbing stuff really worked wonders on me.
No insurance? With a free new patient exam and x-rays, plus extended financing available, dentistry's never been easier. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
It's early, and you need a breakfast built for work days, not weekdays. Say good morning to the $3 breakfast with the chicken and gravy breakfast burrito from your DQ. Our famous chicken strip plus eggs, cheese, and pepper gravy wrapped up in a warm flour tortilla, served with crispy hash browns and coffee, all for just $3. Now this is a breakfast built for work days. The chicken and gravy breakfast burrito, just one of our delicious $3 breakfasts, only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
Are you tired of juggling your finances and can't afford those remodeling projects?
Surplus Sales has beautiful kitchen cabinets at unbeatable prices.
In stock and ready to take home. Come on down to Surplus Sales for some great deals.
Clients come into the office. The government has said, no, I don't believe you. You're not disabled.
The major problem with Social Security disability is that most people who sign up are denied at the initial level. If your claim's denied, don't give up. Call us immediately. We'll appeal your case.
We can do an effective job of representing you that will get you the benefits that you deserve.
Call Morgan, Collins, and Yeast, 1-800-55-WILDCAT.
Turn your loving on and try something crazy good.
Our new value menu has a dozen tasty options starting at only $1. That's a too good to be true deal for too delicious to be true taste. Starting at $1. Rallies and Checkers.
Epic meals, epic deals.
It's time for better living, health education, and consumer news that impacts your life. Applegate Farms is recalling more than 4,000 pounds of its natural chicken nuggets in 8-ounce packages because there may be small pieces of plastic in the product. The packages have a best before date of September 27, 2016. You can return your package to the store where you purchased it and get a full refund. Manufacturers and inventors are always looking to improve on the items in our home, from gadgets to kitchen appliances. The latest housewares are on display at a major trade show in Chicago. Anna Werner is there.
Want a blender with an app that eliminates the need to measure ingredients?
I don't have to use any measuring cups.
Or a machine that pulls drinking water from the air? How about a way to make that flat white espresso drink in your own kitchen? If it's something you want for your home or didn't know you needed, chances are it will appear here first at the International Home and Housewares Show. 2,200 vendors from 47 countries crowd the floor, exhibiting the trends of today and tomorrow. The sales pitches here are endless.
This is a light-up lollipop.
This mug will keep your coffee hotter for longer.
But for independent inventors, it's a chance to hawk their creations.
I think in 90 days you'll see it in some stores.
Allison Tringali brought her idea, Tidy Snap, as a way to keep clothes neat.
You know the routine at night, you pick your clothes up for the next day and the kids are rifling through their drawers and they're throwing clean clothes on the floor, and I kind of just lost it and came downstairs. My husband's an engineer and I said, look, you're an engineer, fix this.
So he did. The family's invention is already getting interest from major retailers.
So cool.
As is the oh-so-creative pancake-making machine Miguel Valenzuela came up with to draw pancakes in almost any shape imaginable. And this machine can make virtually anything you want, including our logo. Anna Werner, CBS News, Chicago.
And now let's head over to Chris for another check of the weather. Chris, it looks good today.
Yeah, it feels even better once you head outside, and it gets better from here over the next couple of days. The 70s are coming. The 70s are coming. Look outside. Yeah, we've got a fair amount of clouds, but we are much, much warmer than we were over the weekend. Right now, 60 to 65 degrees showing up Mountain Parkway, Lexington, capital city of Frankfort, down into southeastern Kentucky at 65 degrees. And with the temperatures this week, you know what's going to happen? You're going to start to see some buds appearing very quickly on a lot of those trees, and you're going to see some blooms coming out on a lot of things as well, with very mild conditions, especially with a little rain coming in later this week to cap off some very mild temperatures. No rain to speak of now, but it is a springtime pattern that we're in for at least the next week to 10 days.
So you think we might have another chance to get back into the 30s of winter?
You know what?
Or are we done?
It's March around here,
Right.
all right? I still think we get one more brief little shot toward the end of the month. Always happens this time of year, but for the most part, obviously the worst is behind us.
It's good right now, though. Well, the news is just getting started. Here's Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott with what's ahead at 4:30.